I think we're live. Yep, there we go. Hello, friends and fellow collectors. It's me, MG Villain, and Volcanic is also here with me. We're doing another test run right now for our channel, and we are going to pretty much talk about what we want to do with this channel, what we're going to actually do, as far as what our show content is going to be. It's going to be all Star Wars all the time. We're going to talk about different things like movies. We're going to talk about toys. We're going to talk about everything, pretty much anything Star Wars, man. Rogue One. We're going to talk about upcoming movies. We're going to talk about upcoming events. We're going to talk about toys. And basically, what we want to do for this channel is get people involved. We want to interact with our audience. So basically, we're gonna have people in the chat room, whatnot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about stuff. We're gonna bring up a topic, maybe say Rogue One or Rebels, and we're gonna bring it to you guys, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna do a talk thing, but we want you guys as an audience to get involved. And maybe throw in some some of what you're thinking about, maybe say Rogue One or whatever, and we want to interact with you guys. So and basically we're gonna bring in guests, and we're gonna talk about this whatever topic we're on, whether it be Black Series figures or whatnot. And basically that's what we're gonna do, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. The whole interaction part is what I like the most, and that's what I want to see a lot is the interaction between us and our subscribers and our viewers. Any theories that you have that you want to put in the chat box, of course, during our shows, we'll be glad to break down your theories and put them in consideration. And if there's anything you want us to review, and it's definitely the interaction is going to be a really good part of this show, I think.
Yep, and we can also talk about upcoming reviews on our channels.
Yep.
Our separate channels from here or whatnot. But basically what we want to do is bring up a topic, say Rogue One, or what do you guys think is going to happen in Rebels? We're going to talk about what our theories are, and then maybe, then you guys jump in with your theories, and we'll all kind of make an interaction, and maybe we can combine our theories, and hopefully they come to pass, or whatever,
Dad Waba's in the house.
Oh, is he? Hey, there he is. So, yeah, basically, is he in the chat room?
Yes, he is. Yeah, I was just about to type him. But yeah, he definitely. Like we're gonna do a couple different things too. Remember, like we're gonna try to do like the hunts each week. We're gonna show you what we're gonna try to hunt down and try to find. And for the next week's show, we'll show you what we actually did find out of that list, and then give you a new list of what we're gonna try to hunt down this week, and try to show you, good deals on some of the stuff we'll be showing. If we see something good that's on eBay that's at a decent price, we're not going to keep it a secret. We're going to let everybody know, and we'll keep. It's going to be a lot of good tips and tricks and stuff like that too. We'll be doing so.
Yeah, especially on eBay, man, because there's a lot of sleaze bags out there. There's a lot of sleaze bags. Anyway,
and Chris is in the house.
Oh, all right. Hey guys, man, what's going on? I'm glad you guys are here. So basically, another thing, last night, I'm still looking for, speaking of hunts, man, I'm still on the hunt for that one missing piece. I need to get that concept Anakin figure.
All right.
That's the only piece I need from the HK-47. So I found out yesterday that there's two figures that I could get. Now, one is the Hoth Rebel Trooper with the gun, the one that comes with the cannon, and then there's the other one would be the concept Anakin. Both of those figures have that piece, but unfortunately, the Hoth Rebel Trooper, also there's another Hoth Rebel Trooper that has a different piece, so I have to look out for that, man. I did find a Hoth Rebel Trooper yesterday. It was a little spendy, man. They want like $50, and I think the last Anakin I saw was like 60, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to get that, but we'll see what happens with that tomorrow.
Well, if you don't get the Anakin, I just opened and reviewed my Anakin not that long ago, and I think I have that part.
Well, I don't need the I need the card, man. I need the actual card, dude. The actual figure with the card, so I can have a complete set.
Oh, I can't see. You're having
Yeah, everything else I got is already carded, man. I got a Clone Pilot. Yesterday I picked him up. That Clone Pilot looks funny too. I don't know if he's one of those ones that you have to like pull the helmet down so the visor goes over his eyes. But to me, it looks like the head is bigger than the helmet. It's kind of funny. I'm just like, wow. But still, it's a cool looking figure. But it does have the leg to the HK-47. Now I just need that one arm that I'm missing.
NG Chris was asking what would he miss. So let's give a little brief rundown of what we said earlier. Our expectations for the channel is the main thing is like the interaction between you guys and us. We're going to be talking about all Star Wars, whether it be Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, the movies, anything we can get it to talk about, and then whatever you guys, if you guys have theories, say if we're talking about Rogue One and you have your own theory, you bring up your theory in the chat box and we'll break it down online too. You know what I mean? We'll break it down on the live feed, and the interaction is very, very important to us. We don't want to just be a show where we're just talking and you guys are listening. We want to be a show where you're actually a big part of the show, the subscriber.
Yeah, we definitely want.
Should we announce too yet of our new member that might be joining us?
Yeah, sure. We might want to announce the new members, man. That would work. That would definitely work.
We got a new member that's he said that he would like to be on our weekly shows too, and that's Bantha Pudum. I'm sure most of you guys know who Bantha Pudum is. I'm really excited to have him on the show.
Yes, I called him the rare figure butcher.
I'm so excited.
But still, he's cool, man. I like him. So,
yeah. And we're also doing guests. Guests is going to be a big part of the show because a lot of our favorite channels they're very busy people and they can't make it here every week to do a show. So we basically have an open door policy with a few members, and I'm not sure if I should mention their names yet, and I'll have to ask them before. But we have a lot of good people that want to, guest star on our show, and that'll be awesome too. So it'll be a lot about exploring the community and the Star Wars toys itself, and why we do it, why we love it, and it's going to be real fun, I think.
Yeah, especially with the Star Wars, man. We can also talk about the 6-inch figures, whatever figures we hope on getting, or what we think they're gonna break out with next,
Yeah. And there's one more things, and hopefully over time comes, if we get more people that join in with us and stuff, we will have somebody on every angle, whether it be a Star Wars Funko Pop collector, the Manny who's a vintage line collector, and me that's all over the place with Star Wars, and yeah. Madawav said he wants to talk about robots.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love my astromechs though.
Oh yeah, me. I like my weaponized droids.
Those
I got that YV. I'm gonna throw that review up probably here in a day or two. I'm gonna do a quick 10-minute review of the YVH1, the Terminator looking one. I can't wait to do that one.
Oh, me too. I can't wait to see a review of that. That was
and then I was kind of hoping to pick up a loose HK-47, but I don't think that's going to happen, man. I ain't paying $80 for that figure. I'm sorry.
I should probably have most of his pieces by now laying around. I just haven't put them together. They're all in boxes, different boxes all over the place.
You should put them together and then do a quick review on them, dude. Seriously. That's a cool figure, dude.
Another thing, too, that, Matt Wabba said, Moneybags Manny, laugh out loud.
Yeah, I'm going after Jaina next. I'm gonna try to get Jaina. As far as my rares, I do want to get Jaina. Jaina's one I want to pick up. K Crook is another one. Either or. If I don't get those, I know I'll come across something cool. I've been seeing one that I've been watching for a minute. There's a Dark Trooper Phase 3 piece. It's with the corn horn set, man. The guy wants $80 or best offer. So guess what? Moneybags Manny might just go after that.
Yes, MG Chris. I'll be talking about all Star Wars games. Definitely. me and your son got to get together so we can play some Battlefront. I'm waiting. I just played the new expansion last night, the new Cloud City. Oh, it's so awesome.
Hey, what's the deal? Didn't you have an announcement of something, of a new game or new expansion or something?
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff on that. There was a bunch of stuff for the video gaming, but it's so hard to tell what's going on because, you know, everybody's trying to break it down. But they're actually seeing footage of like Battlefront of people entering the vehicle. And so far in the game, you have to pick up a little icon to get in the vehicle, or you join the fighter squadron, which you're automatically in the vehicle. There's no scenes of you walking up a ladder, getting into it, and that's what they're showing. So a lot of people think for the next one, the Death Star, we're going to actually be able to jump in vehicles and stuff and not have to grab the little icon, which will be really cool if that's what it is. We're not sure yet, though. It's only speculation.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, also, I wanted to say something about Rogue One. There is an announcement that Vader is going to be in Rogue One.
Nice.
He's going to be in Rogue One. It's not going to be he's not going to be very much, but supposedly him and the bad guy from there are kind of competing for the Emperor.
Ah.
Yeah, it's going to be a trip, man. Hearing Vader in there, and Vader's going to be like the enforcer, but he's kind of competing with the main bad guy from Rogue One to be at the top spot, which we already know Vader, of course, is going to be at the top spot. And also, the other announcement from Rogue One is that one of the characters, Forrest Whitaker's character, is called Saw Gerrera.
Huh.
And he was in the Clone Wars. He was in an episode in the Clone Wars, a couple of episodes.
Yeah, I think I seen a brief video on that. I think, yeah.
Yep. So just so you know, that's what's going to happen as far as Rogue One news. That's the latest on the table right now.
That's good. I'm kind of happy to see them using something from Clone Wars to tie in Clone Wars into the new stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think they're going to incorporate a lot of different things, a lot of different aspects. I think that's what they're looking for. I was kind of surprised, man. I thought Forrest Whitaker was going to be a whole new character, but apparently he's going to be this Saw Gerrera guy.
Huh. Hold on 1 second. I am going to post that we are live on my Facebook.
I already posted on G Plus, so we might get a couple other viewers in here. I mean, it was kind of last minute broadcast. We definitely need to come up with a time. I was thinking Wednesdays, man.
Yeah, Wednesdays has been pretty good for me. Usually I get them off or I have an early day on a Wednesday. So
yeah, and Wednesday usually I'm supposed to be off, man. But see, yesterday I was off, but I know you've been sick and everything. That's why we had to kind of throw this together at the last minute.
Yeah,
you know. But definitely it's going to be Wednesday. Our showtime is going to be Wednesday nights. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely sounds sounds like a good time. We'll try to keep it to about an hour or two.
Yeah, at least an hour. You know, I don't want to go into 2 hour. I don't want to go into a 2 hour thing unless we got people and we're all going at it crazy. You know,
very important thing we forgot to bring up was don't worry about this little picture because we're gonna have our cameras on. We will.
Yeah, we'll turn our cameras on every once in a while. I don't want to turn them on all the time.
Well, I'll either have mine on my new display room or I will probably be wearing a mask in this one, a Star Wars based mask. I've been looking at a nice Revan mask, and I might get a little hoodie and stuff to go with it. So
I think you should get one of those Temple Guard masks.
Yeah, that would be nice too. And if you're wondering why I want to wear a mask, is I kind of live in a big city and I have a lot of Star Wars toys that are valued a lot of money, and I just don't want to be, say, at the grocery store and someone say I seen that kid on YouTube and follow me home or something. You know what I mean? So that is the only reason I want to wear a mask. Okay, what's this? NG Chris says, I'm playing Uncharted Collection now. It's an awesome. Yes, Uncharted is a very great game. Matawaba says we need to call Manny at 4 a.m. in the morning and yell "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's all I need. Somebody call me at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's kitty feeding time.
So are you, NG Chris and Manawaba, are you excited about Rogue One? Are you guys going to catch it on the opening night, or? And what's your expectations on the movie? I personally, I'm really liking the quality of the video. I mean, it's just it's so clear, and it looks really, it just looks adult based. It looks so adult based. I would have bet money that Hasbro was going to do articulated figures for Rogue One, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like
no, I haven't heard anything, any kind of news other than the rumor that there might be a character released at the San Diego Comic-Con. That's the only thing I know.
I saw a photo of a couple of the Rogue One figures, and they had their new packaging, which kind of looks like the old Star Wars symbol, Luke with his sword up and all that stuff. And the figures that I saw were definitely 5-point articulated, but I'm not sure if that was real or not. You know what I mean? You never know when you're seeing the.
Yeah, because you know what? I remember that picture, and I think they actually look like custom cards. I think that, to be honest with you, there was a guy on Facebook a while back that posted what the new packaging was going to look like for some of the Rogue One stuff, and it actually had a picture of the Death Trooper on it.
Huh.
So, I like I said, those cards that you saw might have been customs. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I don't think they're going to go back to the vintage style cards, man, to be honest with you. Because Hasbro's been taking a lot of shortcuts on everything lately.
Well, there was one of our friends, I'm not going to mention names, had mentioned, remember, he had told us a lot of things about Rogue One that was like, that he thought was going to happen. And when he mentioned the cards, he did mention that the cards were going to look like that. That's the only reason that I started believing it, thinking maybe this is the real leaked figure, But I don't know. Yeah, I would think they would use a Death Trooper or something new to catch the eye of the buyers. Well, yeah, Matawaba said it looks more like an actual war movie, and yes, I agree, and that's what I'm really excited for, because that's one of the reasons I love the Clone Wars. Is we got, we see the stormtroopers, we see all these troopers, we know nothing about them, how they became troopers or this or that. When I started watching the Clone Wars, I really wasn't into the graphics, but I grew to love them actually, and I love that show to death now, and it really. That's what I kind of like. It reminded me of like watching the Band of Brothers. I don't know if you ever saw that series. It's a World War II movie. It really reminded me of that, you know what I mean? But I was like, man, I wish Star Wars would do an adult version of this. And it looks like they're doing it. And I hope they do. And I can't wait.
Well, I just hope Rogue One doesn't turn into like a little kid bash. You know what I'm saying? Because me, as far as Clone Wars went, when I watched the first 2 seasons, they kind of seemed kind of slow, but then season 3 started to pick up. That's where I got interested in it.
Same here.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. First season didn't really do it for me, but I kept watching. I kept staying with it because it was Star Wars. I wanted to know the lore. That was the main thing. I was like, I got to know the lore. But by the time it got to I think it was basically pretty much that whole Sons of Dathomir thing with Savage Opress and Darth Maul and all that. That's what really started to get me into it, and then it just got great from there. I was just loving it.
Yeah.
A little bit to break the ice on that one.
It's a shame they ended it so fast, man, abruptly. Well,
it all ended on that 1313. I think Disney has something against 1313. I don't know what it is, but it's weird that they canceled Clone Wars, and the first thing they did was they canceled the video game 1313, and that was a finished game. That was just waiting to go on the market. You can type in 1313 Star Wars game on YouTube here, and you'll see the trailer of the game, and it looks great. I think you're a young Boba Fett, and you're down in the they call that pit the 1313. It looks like a city upside down and a city upright, but they're like facing each other. It's weird, really cool.
I remember that. And that's where all the slums and it was like the slums, Coruscant.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that old Bounty Hunter game on the PS. PS thing was PS1. They had Bounty Hunter or something. Bounty Hunters, PS1 or 2. Can't remember, but you were like kind of like a Boba Fett guy and hunting down stuff. I think you were a Boba Fett. Not sure. It's been so long.
You were Jango Fett.
Was it Jango? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you were Jango Fett. I remember that game because I played it. I got fucking 95% on that game, man.
Oh, great. And watch the swearing, bro.
Yeah, I got a 95% on that game if I remember right.
Yeah, that was a good game. I really liked seeing the. Remember how you used to be able to put your little visor thing down and scope out the guy and see? I would love to see a newer version of that, like with a PS4 version.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going to be doing too. Is going to get Manny a PS4 so that me and him can actually live stream some games on this channel too. So if we're not like doing a live show, we can do a live stream game and just we'll be talking.
You can see how many times I get killed in one shot.
I get a lot too on there. I'm a good pilot, but I'm bad on the ground. I'm really bad on the ground.
I'm all right on the ground, but I do tend to get killed a lot because I take a lot of risks.
Yeah.
I'm one of those risky guys. I like to take risks and stuff.
But yeah, that'll be awesome too. And then we also got Han Solo. Is that a movie or TV series?
I think it's a TV series. What they're talking about.
Yeah. See, I thought it was a TV series too, but I was talking to some guy, I think yesterday or day before, who was insisting it was a movie. And I was like, really? I was like, I thought it was a TV series. So a little bit unpositive on that one. I can't wait to see that.
I don't think they ever really announced anything about it, man. They just barely picked a guy who's going to play Han Solo. But I'm thinking that it might be a television series, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure.
That's what I thought too. I was assuming it was TV series. NG Chris wrote, like Donnie Yen in Rogue One, hope he won't off fast in the movie. Yeah, I hope they don't kill him off neither.
No,
right?
Supposedly, you know what? His character is actually going to be kind of like a Jedi.
Awesome. And
kind of a wannabe Jedi.
And
but
that's
not very much force power. So.
And that's what I'm loving about this Rebels too, is the diversity in there. There's a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? There's all sorts of different types of people in this movie, which is awesome. It looks like you got, you know, your Imperials, your trainees, your real Imperials, and the Rebels. We get to see more of the inner works of the Rebels and how they plot and plan, and this is going to be really good, I hope.
Well, you know what bugs me is how remember Force Unleashed, man.
Yeah.
That was the actual story of how they started the rebellion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And now all of a sudden Disney said, "Oh, heck with that. We don't need that. We're just going to throw that out."
I can't believe that throwing Force Unleashed out, because that is like so popular. That is a really, really popular game.
Well, they did so they could do Rebels, basically. So.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering too about, you know, like Rebels and stuff. Where's Ahsoka going and stuff? I'm still as unsure, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be Darth's new apprentice. Who knows?
I don't know about that, man, because she doesn't.
But she looked at him and she said, "I'm not leaving you this time." And
yeah, but to be honest with you, Joe, I don't think they're gonna do something to her, because you know what? She doesn't appear in episode 4. Because all these events are leading to episode 4, I guess.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, and she was nowhere near in episode 4, and the fact is that Vader is cutting all his ties like he did, when he killed Obi-Wan. He pretty much cut his tie there to his past.
Mm-hmm.
So, with Ahsoka also being a part of his past, I think he's going to cut his tie to her too, and I think either he defeated her, or, you know, who knows what happened at the end of that, man. Because it does show that she's still alive at the end, where she walks back into the temple, but we don't know if Vader. We know Vader makes it out of there, apparently, but we don't know how Vader makes it out of there. So
it'd be good to see, though. I definitely can't wait to find out.
Because, you know, she did damage him. So.
Do you think the Darth Vader is the one in the back to tank in the Rogue One episode?
I'm thinking so, because you know what? They did say Vader is going to have, you know, he's going to be in it, but he's not going to be in the whole movie. He's going to be in parts of it. So I'm thinking that he might be in that Bacta tank. And I'm thinking that what happened in the Rebels episode, in the last Rebels episode, he had to go back and, you know, they stuck him in the Emperor had to stick him in the Bacta tank for a while, man. But who knows, man? But to be honest with you, I think that Vader might be in that Bacta tank, because the hooded figure has to be the Emperor.
Yeah.
There's no way that those royal guards are going to be standing there just for Vader. You know what I mean? I think those royal guards were there because the Emperor was there.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen Vader with royal guards. I've only seen the Emperor surrounded.
No, it's always been around the Emperor. They've always been around the Emperor, and I think that hooded figure that's at standing in front of the Bacta tank is actually the Emperor. So, but we'll see what happens with that, man. You know, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see where that goes, even if they even show that part. And that part might even get cut out of the movie. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because you know, it like that, like what they did with what was that character, that constable guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how they released the figure, and you know, everybody was excited that he was going to be in the movie, and then all of a sudden he's not even in the movie. You know, because they changed everything at the last minute. You know, right before the release. Oh, we can't use this part. You know, they throw out them parts that really they feel is not essential to the main thrust of the movie. And that Bacta tank scene might be one of those episodes, might end up being a deleted scene. Who knows? You know,
they probably deleted out the fit in other scenes, because I got the Star Wars Force Awakens on my PlayStation, and it comes with a bundle that gives like a bunch of just, you know, talks about how things came about. And they did mention that Poe Dameron was supposed to die when that TIE fighter crashed, but they later decided they liked the chemistry of Poe and Finn together, that they couldn't kill him, so they brought him back. And
yep.
That's why we kind of didn't see him, and then all of a sudden there he is. And so who knows, maybe to add that part in, they had to take out another part, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And they took out that Zuvio part because they probably didn't feel that was really going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep to this main storyline, you know?
Yeah, because all he does basically is just break up the fight that Rey was in, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. So is there what do you got your eye on now for Star Wars toys?
Right now, I'm trying to get that piece for that droid. I want to get that piece for that droid first. And then there's a guy on Facebook selling a couple of vintage cards. There's a Ponda Baba for $40. I might just get that. I don't know yet, man. There's a few things, man. There's another guy trying to sell me a Dark Trooper right now, and I'm like, I don't really want that one because that one's easy to find. I can find that anywhere for the price he's giving it for me. See, he wants $12 for it, and it's not the Phase 3. It's the big heavy gray one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just the gray one that that was in Battlefront 2. You know, the big heavy gray one with the kind of the gun. You know, he's not as big as the Dark Trooper Phase 3.
Yeah.
You know, I might just take him up on it because it is a TAC card. But first, I want to get Malik in a case, man. I need to get Malik in the star case. And this guy on Facebook yesterday, he took my address down and he's going to send me 5 star cases. So, because he says he has a bunch of them, I was like, okay, well, I'll and he's. So, and shipping's like $10. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just pay the $10, give him $15, and get the cases because I need those. I could use those cases for any other figures I might come across. Like, I got a couple of those legacy size cases waiting for Jaina and K Crook if I ever come across those. And then, whatever else I come across, I definitely want a Mon Calamari pilot because that will complete my deleted scene figures. I only need that figure to complete that. And I'm watching one of those right now. And then there's what else was I watching? I can't remember. There was a couple other things. But basically, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of look and see what I can find. Depends on how much money I got at the time. And of course, money bags Manny. Been working his butt off the last few weeks, man. It's been killing me. But when I see them checks, I'm like, oh, and I have an extra $200 to get Star Wars figures. I'm gonna get something.
Yeah. Might as well get those gems. Get them out of the way,
or at least try to. There's a Jaina up for bid right now. Now there's a guy on eBay right now who has both Jason and Jaina as a set. And I'm thinking about just trying to send him an email and making him an offer just for Jaina. And I said, well, I got Jason, dude, and I'll pay half of what he wants, man. That way, you know, he can sell the other figure or whatever he wants to do, you know. But I definitely want a card of Jaina because that would look good next to Jason Solo. Because, I mean, I've already got Revan. Now I've got Malik, and I need to get Malik in a case, and then he's going to look good next to Revan. Then Jaina and Jason will look good together on the wall. And then the other one would be K. Crook, and then, of course, the 2 comic packs, the 2 rarest ones.
Yeah, well, those ones will definitely. I'll even be helping to get those ones, but I have to wait until my when I get busier, pretty much before the holidays.
Well, I got a freaking I got a rent a rebate check coming in September, so I know I'll have a little bit of money there. And then the only other thing I got to do is just take care of pretty much myself. I got to buy a couple of things I need, but other than that, you know, I'm just going to try to get what I can basically right now. There's an Evo set I want to get too. The third, I need I think it's Rebel Pilot. It's a Rebel Pilot pack. It's a 3-pack. It has 10 and it has 2 other pilots, and I can't remember what the other 2 pilots are. One of them is a Rogue Squadron pilot, but one of those figures for sure is 10 I want to get one. I want to get that one. I've seen that one going for about $30 online, so I might just pick that one up. We'll see what happens tomorrow when I get paid. You know, I usually want to get, basically what I want to get first is that HK-47 part. I gotta get that, man, because, you know, I mean, I've got the droid almost complete. I just need to get that one card to complete that set, and then I can hang those on the wall.
I need to get more of the Disney Build-A-Droid Astromechs. They came out with so many new ones lately, but the ones that are at
dude, man, those things, man, you know, I'm going to tell you what, they look like a pain in the butt, dude, and I know that I've seen a bunch of them online, and, dude, these guys are selling them for, like, twice as much.
Yeah, 25 to 50, you know, it's like, but
yeah, I'm like, man.
You go to the park and you like build them right there at the park. They don't really have them in a package where I can buy them, so I have to like rely on someone to go to the park and get them because I'm in New York. I'm not going down to Disneyland in order to get them. So they got so many.
It's too bad. You know what? I'm surprised they don't have one up there. They have one in Orlando and they have one in California.
Yeah, I think it's because we get. They don't want to be with the winter.
Yeah. You figure that they put one in another big city, which of course is New York.
Yeah.
You know,
they should do like a big indoor one or something, you know, skip the music ride.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, that would be cool. They haven't done anything like that. I mean, as far as I know, they got the outside rides, you know. I think that's where they tend to make the most money, you know, and plus those are 2 warm states, man. Even if they put one here in Minneapolis, that would be a trip, man, to see them on the other side, you know, in the winter side of the world, you know, and have them inside park. I know they could do it.
And I definitely got to finish off the Phase 3 Dark Trooper. It's definitely on my high list.
You need to finish that thing off, man. You haven't even gone nowhere near, man. And I showed you a lot of those, man. And I was like, dude, man, you passed up all those pieces I was throwing at you a couple months ago, man. You passed them all up.
I was broke. I was like, oh, I hate, because I work seasonal, so I work all until December 24th, and then from December 25th to April, I'm off, you know, and then.
Oh, man, see, that sucks right there.
Remember,
man.
my dog died. I had to pay like $1,800 to put her down, and then I had to.
Oh, jeez, man, that's a big pain in the butt right there.
Yeah, I had a lot of things come up that this year that sucked all my money. Normally, I'd have a little cash flow going during that off time, but this year I was strapped right to brokenness.
Mm-hmm.
I had to borrow money off you once.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, this year I'm going to do much better. I'm trying to get away. There's a couple more big things I got to buy. I got 2 more deals. They're not for Star Wars stuff, but they're actually for childhood toys. I'm really excited. I'm getting a Shogun Warrior, and
you're getting the big one.
Oh.
Are you getting a big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, I think I know where you're getting it from too.
I won't say any names. I won't say any names, but he's giving me a really good deal on it, and I'm so excited.
That's cool because a while back, if we're talking about the same person, he asked me if I wanted one. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't got the room for that thing, to be honest with you. And Kitty would tear it up. I know Kitty would tear it up, man. I'm like, man. But, dude, I'm going to tell you what. If I want one of those little metal ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the little, the die-cast ones. The one I want to get is Ray Dean, man. That's like by far my most favorite one. And because, the little one, you can transform them into the Phoenix mode, man, or the Eagle mode or whatever it was. I like that figure, and I got to get it, man. But I seen one new in the box for $200. I don't want it new in the box, man. I want to be able to play with it. I actually do. I actually want to play with it.
Yeah, I would too, man. The stuff you had as a kid, you got to hold it in your hand. You got to see it.
Oh, dude, when I was a kid, I had that figure. Man, I loved that thing, man. I had that one, and I had the Dragoon, I think. Yeah, it was the one with the axes, the Dragoon. And my brother had the Mazinga one. Yeah, we used to play with them things all the time. But my Raiding was my favorite. That was my favorite one, dude. And I don't even remember what happened to that one. I do not remember what happened to it. I think somebody stole it from me. And I was so bummed out when that happened, too, because I loved that one, man, because it could transform into the Eagle, man, or the Phoenix or whatever. And, man, I used to play with that thing left and right, man. I loved that thing. That thing was one of my coveted toys right there,
Matawaba said Raideen was his first transforming robot.
Yeah, that was the only one they had. I think, if I remember right, I think that's the only one that they had that actually transformed into something. Out of the die-cast ones, anyway. I don't remember if the big ones did it. I don't think the big ones did.
No, I used to love those big ones. So
yeah, those big ones were cool, man. A neighbor friend of mine had a couple of them, man. We used to shoot each other all the time with them, man.
We had 3 as a kid, but one of them ended up getting lost like when I was really, really young. I only remember it for having it for a little while, and then we had 2 that didn't make it to the move over here. I remember when we moved to where I'm living now, I was like, I haven't seen them, so I don't know where they went. Probably parents shot them out or something.
Who knows, man? Because those things are actually worth money, man. Those are one of the few things that held, man. Just like the Battlestar Galactica toys, man. I remember I used to have one of those Cylon Raiders. Mm-hmm. That thing actually launched missiles, man. And I got it just before they did that whole thing when they shut it down and they actually fixed them so that way you couldn't launch the rockets anymore. I got one just before that. My mom was like, "You better hide that thing because you better not let nobody see it." And every time my cousin came over because he had the Viper one that shot. Man, we were shooting each other all the time with them things. We never shot each other's face, man. That's crazy, dude.
I know. What was your favorite Star Wars toy as a child?
My favorite Star Wars toy, I had a few, man. Actually, I used to play with the Snowtrooper a lot. Snowtrooper, Bespin Luke, Boba Fett, Han Solo. There was a couple other ones I played with a lot. Oh, yeah, the regular Stormtrooper. Yeah, I used to play with those a lot, man. I mean, my Luke, after I got into Bespin Luke, I used to carry him around in my pocket, him and Boba Fett.
I used to love my Bespin Luke, too.
All the time, man. I beat the crap out of my Luke. I didn't lose the lightsaber, though. I still had the lightsaber, still had the gun. Boba Fett still had his gun.
Yeah, my oops, am I still on here?
My favorite vehicle was one of those mini rigs. It looked like an Imperial shuttle.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Man, I put my Luke in there in hours, man. I was gone. Rocket Ship City. There you go. Flying around.
I used to love the other mini rig. I used to use it for Boba Fett ship. And it was one with a little red visor in the front, and it had wings that folded up and down in the side, and one long gun that came out the front. And it had two,
and it had like a weird kind of
Yeah, it looked like almost like I had eyes on the side of it, but it wasn't eyes. But when I was a kid, that I used to, that's what it
The
reminded me.
gun was kind of like a weird articulation, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was like it was on a ball and it plugged in the front, and you can move it kind of all around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that one.
And I used to love the other one with the two legs with the suction cups in the bottom, the little glass.
Never had that one.
I had that. I used to use that one for Bosk, his Bosk ship, and Boba Fett and Bosk used to use those ones.
All right, all right. Never had that one. I had a couple of other ones. I had the I don't know. It was one that had wheel. It was like it had a gun in the front. It looked like a little truck, and it had wheels that kind of. It was a weird looking. Man, I forgot what it was called, man. Jesus.
You could push it down, and the wheels would go flat, and then you can lift it up, and stand up. Yeah, I still have like 4 or 5 of those, man.
Jeez, I don't even remember what happened to my old toys, dude. Half of them I know I sold to my sister when I was a teenager, but that was most of my G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah,
because I got really big into that, man. Once that came out, I dropped Star Wars real quick once G.I. Joe came out.
Yeah, same here. I was in the G.I. Joe big time.
Dude, I got huge into G.I. Joe, especially the Cobra stuff, man. The Cobra stuff, man. Anything Cobra. After about the first 2 years of getting all kinds of good guys and stuff, I had a lot of the good guys, but I ended up getting to all the Cobras.
Yeah. See, I had a lot of the G.I. Joes, unfortunately.
And the one thing I didn't have was that freaking Rattler. I did not have that. I wanted that plane so freaking bad, too, man. I threw a tantrum and everything for that plane. And then here it is, 30-something years later, I finally end up getting it. I was like, and I can't even play with it.
Yeah, same here. NG Chris said he loved Kenner's vintage ties and AT-AT, and I did. I loved the TIE fighters and the AT-AT. I love the X-1. I used to love all the ships because they had sounds. I mean, they sound horrible now that I listen to them. It's like, but when I was a kid, it sounded awesome.
Back then, that was the business right there, man. You know,
that was.
I had the white TIE fighter and I had the Darth Vader TIE fighter. My brother actually had the Darth Vader TIE fighter. And I used to play with the white one a lot, but then I traded it for something. I don't remember what I traded it for.
Huh.
I can't remember what I traded it for. I traded it for something cool. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's weird when I see the new ships. The new ships are like, most of them are the original molds. And they even left in the parts where the electronics are supposed to go in the button, but there's nothing there. You know, they didn't add it in. Hasbro hasn't been really doing that much. Power of the Force was actually some of the best ships they made, you know, for small ships, because they actually had lights or sounds, you know what I mean? Like the Snow Speeder is one.
They really did it. They did a really good improvement on the Snow Speeder, even though it was bigger, you know, because the figures were bigger. The Snow Speeder, the AT-AT, Millennium Falcon, they actually look better, you know. There's a guy on Facebook selling a Power of the Force Millennium Falcon, and it has a little chessboard and everything in there.
Yeah, Power of the Force made bad figures, but they actually made really good ships. It was kind of weird. Yeah. Now when they made really good figures, they made really bad ships, but then they came out with those few gems, you know, like the Vintage Collection, you know, Millennium Falcon and the AT-AT, you know, real scale stuff. And
yeah, I mean, the one thing I wanted to get was that Amazon exclusive Slave One, man. That ship right there. If they would have had a Jango variant on that, I would have got that, because I dug the Boba Fett one. It was okay, but after so many years of seeing it, I was kind of tired of it. And then when they came out with the Jango one, I was like, oh, dude, I really dig the colors of the Jango one, man. I dig that, you know, because the original, it was before Boba Fett got a hold of it, did a paint job on it, you know.
Hey, the Comic Figure Blog has popped in.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing? It's great to see you. Yeah, we were just giving a little rundown of what our channels are going to be about and stuff like that. And you can you should be able to click back and be able to hear it again. Oh, the green A-Wing. I have that one too, Chris. It's weird. That one's been going up and down, up and down. At one point it was pretty high. I was seeing it going for around, 60 to 100.
That figures that one is, you know what? Them A-wings are hard to come by, dude. Believe it or not, they are hard to come by, man. Even though they go up and down, they're like the hardest ship to get.
Yeah.
Because you don't see them often. People do tend to end up selling them. When they do, you never know what they're going to sell them for, because some people, they got this thing in their head. Oh, if I got Star Wars, it's a gold mine. You know what I mean? They think they got the golden ticket, so they can charge whatever they want. And in my Facebook Star Wars group, I see a lot of people that they really don't know the value, and they just ask, hey man, what's the value of this? Does this hold any value? Blah blah blah, this and that. We get a lot of that. But the green A-wing was cool. I like that. I always wanted one of those. And you know what? Back when, let me see, I think it was the 90s sometime, I had bought some Micro Machines, and those were cool. I liked them because they were the X-ray fleet. They had the see-through plastic. They were the clear plastic. You could see the pilot and stuff in there. You could see the details of the motors. It was cool. Those were cool ships, man. I think my mom still might have them in her house somewhere. I don't remember. But those were cool. I was actually looking at Micro Machines TIE Defender. That thing is like $200, dude. The money bags, there he goes. He's flopping it, and it's a Micro Machines, man. It's $200. And I'm like, oh man, I want to get that, man, because I like that ship, man. I don't know, something about the design of that TIE fighter. I really like it. It's called the TIE Defender. I think you know what it looks like. It's from one of the games. It's from the game TIE Fighter or something. It's got this kind of odd long design with it's got 3 solar panels on it. Yeah, it looks cool, dude. I mean, that thing.
I was gonna say, I bought all the silver Micro Machines that are the concept, like the concept AT-AT and concept stuff like that. I still have those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like concept ones. They're all silver though. But then I remember buying I should have it somewhere, I think it's a TIE fighter, and it has a little teeny pilot for it, and you can take his hat off. When you take his hat off, it's George Lucas underneath.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, this one came with I think it came with 2 little mini figures. One of them was a pilot, and the other one was an Imperial officer. You put them in the ship. Man, but that thing is going for $200, $200 brand new. And even the loose ones are expensive, man. The loose ones get up there, man. They're like 150, and it's just a small scale ship, man. It's a Action Fleet, I think it is what it's called. There's a channel called Gold Leader 1 Reviews. If you check out that guy's channel, he has one of those TIE Defenders. He does have a review of it on his channel. Special shout out to him. Gold Leader 1, pretty cool dude too. He has he loves the pilots and the ships. He has a huge pilot collection. He collects nothing but the Rebel pilots. Man, dude, that dude's got an awesome collection. He knows every pilot too. Even has a couple of customs.
All right, we got some questions here. First, Comet Fear Blog said that he has the Power of the Force 2 A-Wing, and it's a 6 ship. He always wanted the green one. The green one is definitely cool. You should keep an eye out for it, because sometimes I'd seen it pop up and I've seen it go for $15-20, which amazed me. And then sometimes I see it sell for almost $100. It's a really weird chip. And then
same here. I've seen it sell for 100 to 150. But then again, sometimes it does pop up in the Facebook groups. You keep an eye out there, man. You'll get one cheap there, because a lot of the guys will sell it cheap. So they're not looking to be an eBay seller, you know what I'm saying?
Matawaba put up four bags of money, and he says, Manny, ha ha ha.
Yeah, we'll go after that TIE Defender.
The comic figure blog said the TIE Defender Action Fleet vehicle is a rare ship. It's from some expanded universe thing. I think one of the games or something. If you
it was from a game. It was from a game called TIE Fighter, man, and that ship is rare. It does go for $200 box.
Wow.
So and loose, it can get up there too. It's like about 150, I think, loose. But it's hard to get, man. There's probably, if you type in TIE Defender on eBay, you'll probably see maybe 1 or 2 of them. You know, like they're rare, man. They are. He's right. They are rare, man. I think Sci-Fi has one too. If I remember right, he has one too.
And NG Chris said that he picked up the large wing Rebel TIE fighter, and he asked me if I have that. I don't have that. I don't have any of the Rebel ships. I have very few of the Rebel ships. I still need to get the I don't even know what they call it. It looks like the ATST. I'm sure it has a different name. The two-legged walker. I need that. I need the Inquisitor's TIE. There's a lot of Rebel ships that just have not come around my area, and I'm just surprised they haven't. I'm in New York, for God's sakes. They should be here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think they would be, man. You know,
oh, it's good. Oh, yeah, ATDP, you're right, yes. And then
yeah, I should probably ask a couple of my friends down in Minneapolis and see if they got anything there, man. But, one of them would be Walrus Man. Walrus Man might know if there's anything down there. You know, I don't know how to get a hold of him, basically.
I know. I still want to get Walrus Man a Walrus Man figure. He needs that vintage collection one bad.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, there's one right now in one of the Facebook groups. I've seen him, and the guy actually still has it up. It's in one of the Facebook groups. I want to get it. It's $40 straight up.
I'll pitch in 20, would you?
All right.
Are you want it for your collection, or is that what you're trying to get it for your collection? Or
well, I was going to try to get it pretty much try to get it. And if you want to, we could send it to him because the card is kind of damaged, man. He might open it. You know, I don't care. You know, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know how his parents would feel about that. Would just tell him he won a contest or something.
What Comic Figure Blog was just asking. He thinks Walrus Man shut down his channel, didn't he?
Yeah, there's a story behind that, but I'm not going to go into it here.
That's a shame because I used to love his videos. He was a good reviewer.
I know he actually has another channel now. It's a skateboard channel. It's called Joey JR Skateboards. So you can check it. You can find him there. I haven't actually watched his channel, but you know, I should probably go in there and sub and hey, what's up, dude? You know, just to talk to him because every once in a while I'll get a message from him on Facebook. So
that's good.
He is on Facebook. So he is one of my friends on Facebook. It's Joey ROL something.
Huh.
Yeah, if you go to my friends list, you'll find him. He's easy to find. It's Joey ROLAN or EN. I don't remember.
That's what I love about this community, man. We all keep in touch. You know, we've all grown really good bonds, and it's been through Star Wars and toys.
Yeah.
Some really strong bonds. It's awesome.
I got a call from Sci-Fi last week.
Yeah, I
got a Hangouts call from Sci-Fi, but I was at work, man, so the reception was real crappy. But yeah, we talked for a minute, you know.
And Sci-Fi, if you're watching this video, you got to be a guest or you got to start coming on this show. Definitely. I want you on. I think Sci-Fi would be great on the show.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's so much good stuff out there, man. Some of it's so hard to get, though. Rebels has been very weird here. I didn't even see, you know, any of the newer the whole last line didn't even come at all to any of my toy stores. I've checked Toys R Us, Target, Walmart, Kmart.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what. You know what's the rarest figure from Rebels? What I think is the rarest figure would be the Sabine.
Yeah.
Sabine is the hardest figure to get. She is expensive online, dude. Man, these guys are charging outrageous prices for that 5.1. Can you imagine when they released the 6-inch version of her? There is a 6-inch version of her. They will be releasing it in the same wave as Revan, I think, which is coming. I don't know if it's the next wave. I heard it was September when they were going to release Revan, but she is actually going to be in that wave. So, yeah, and that figure is going to be hard, man. You think Ahsoka's hard to find? Jeez, wait till that Sabine comes out.
I could even find Sabine at all, and it wasn't for NG Chris sending me one as a gift. Again, I want to thank NG Chris for that. That was awesome. I mean, I still haven't even opened her. That's how much I'm like, oh, this is, you know, because it's like, it came halfway across the world, you know. I don't even want to open it now. It's like, that's just a beautiful figure. I want to keep it there. You guys are very too. I seen that's very expensive too. Something with a mask. I think there's a variant mask or something.
There's a variant helmet. Yeah, there's a variant helmet for the Sabine figure. The helmet's just a slight different. It's a slight difference in the paint. There's one that has an all black visor, and then there's one with a lined visor. I think it's like lined with silver or something like that. Excuse me. Anyway, it's like lined with a silver or something like that. But it's definitely a variant. Oh, excuse me, again. You should keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, it's a shame. I doubt I'll even be able to find the 6-inch figure when it comes out. I mean, 6 inches have been pretty hard to find around here too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just like like I was telling you about the Phasma variant. Okay, the rarest pouch on the 5-point Phasma. I have two of them. I have the black pouch and I have the silver and black pouch. But the silver one, there's actual one with the full silver pouch. The silver pouch is actually the rarest one. I've seen it. I said it on my video, but it wasn't the black pouch that was the rarest. It's the silver pouch that's the rarest. That was, I think, the first release of her when they released her. And, since they do, they do them running change variants with certain figures. They pick a certain figure and they do something with it. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll just change this real quick, and that's what they did pretty much with Phasma. So the two more common ones you'll find are the silver and black one and the black pouch.
See, it's got to be really rare because I mean, I was there the opening night when they opened the store, and I ran and grabbed, the Phasma and all that stuff, and I didn't notice anyone having the silver pouch one. So
yeah, well, I didn't even know until they started, until they really started kidding, when they started, after the Force Friday, then they started breaking out with that, man. Some guys on the Facebook groups were talking about it, and I was like, whoa, there's 3 variants, man. And then you sent me the half black, half silver one. I said, did you guys see this one? Oh, that's another variant. I was like, oh, really? Jeez. So they did a running change variant with that. So they did 3 different variants with that Phasma there.
That's not a bad figure for a 5-point figure. She's got some good sculpt on her, good detail.
Solid figure. It is a solid figure. Just gonna say that right now. And yeah, as far as the detail goes, she looks pretty good, and she looks like the most shiniest one.
Yeah. She's a little bit thick though, because she's definitely a little bit thicker than all the other troopers. When I put her by her, she's like a bigger figure, almost thicker. But other than that, I mean, she's really good figure. I mean, I hate the 5-point articulation, but I don't mind them because I use them as. I like making dioramas. So when I get like 5-point articulation figures, I'll put them in the backdrop, and I'll put the good figures in the front. You know what I mean? So and it all looks good. You know what I mean? You don't really notice or care. But these 5-point articulated figures, at least they're making the sculpts really nice on them. I had some issues with some of the figures. I think most of my issues have been with like Rebel figures, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I remember all those issues you had with the hair, with the arms falling off, and
oh my god. I was so getting depressed because it was like every time I went to make a video, it was like a bad video. I'm just like, I gotta say,
yeah. Well, I guess I had to get the.
I can't sit there when I'm holding a figure that's fallen in 3 pieces and say, "This is a great figure, people. Go buy it." I can't do that. And I hate that because I want to do a good review. I want it to be positive. I want it to be happy, and but it just doesn't turn out that way when you get bad products. Especially like. Remember the Force Awakens TIE fighters I got? I put them out and the wings are flying off. I'm not even touching the button.
I remember that too, man. That was bad, man. And you know what? You weren't the only one that had that problem. There was several people on Facebook saying they had the same problem with the wings, man, that they kept popping out.
Yeah, I returned mine. I had to return them and get a new one. These ones are holding up better. They still do pop off once in a while, but not as much as it was.
Yeah, well, then there was the other one that I remember the Ahsoka that you got. Oh, that had the hair on it.
Yeah. I got that one sealed up and wrapped up because it was weird. I called up Hasbro and I said, Hasbro, I have a big, thick, curly, kinky hair on my figure's face, and it's not just one; it's like 3 hairs. And she's like, "Women hairs," and I'm like, "Yeah, they don't look like they're from a good spot. Put it that way, And she's like, "Sir." He's like, "Sir, I want you to discontinue the use of that product and wrap it up and send it back to us, and we'll refund you." And I'm like, all right. And I was like, so you're going to send me back another, Ahsoka? And she's like, no, we'll send you whatever we got in stock. And I'm like, well, that's the only figure I'm missing is the Ahsoka. You can't send me, another, they'll probably send me another Luke or Han Solo or something that I got a million of.
Yeah, send you something you don't want, man, or something you really, to be honest with you, send you something you don't need, man. That was a policy, and the problem is that they're changing their line so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, once one line is out on the shelves, they're already into another line doing something else. That's the problem with that, man. That's a huge issue. They should stay with that one line until they're ready to do something else, then stop that line and then do something else, instead of doing it while that one line's in the store, because if you ever have any problems, you can't get that same thing back.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that 6-inch Ahsoka turn out for you?
She was nice. I only had one small little paint problem, but it's such a barely small problem. It's barely noticeable. It's, just a nut. There was a nut on like a little bolt on her belt buckle in the paint, the silver paint is off to the left a little bit, but other than that, her paint is spot on. I mean, she's got a lot of paint apps on her, very small silver lines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, she's done pretty good. They seem to put the quality in. The 6-inch has definitely got quality, but
oh yeah, well, some of their figures are meh.
Yeah, they're bad ones, but
the one I really was waiting for when it first came out was Bespin Luke. I said, okay, if this one looks good, I'm gonna get it. I saw the head on that one, and I was like, oh, heck no. There is no way I'm getting that Bespin Luke. No way. Because you know what? If I would have got that figure and got that head on it, because that head didn't look right, man. And even the Jedi one, even the Jedi Knight Luke, I would have been happy if they would have actually did a Mark Hamill head sculpt. But they didn't, man. They did a Eric Foreman head sculpt. Because he look like Eric Foreman.
Throughout the years, you notice poor Luke. I mean, then no one really makes a great Luke figure. If they get the face right, then they paint his hair the wrong color.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. There's two in the vintage collection that are really awesome. One is the Jedi Knight Indoor Capture Luke, which has the perfect Mark Hamill sculpt. Okay, that one right there, Jedi Knight Luke right there, perfect. And then they turn around and they release the other one, the deleted scene Luke, which actually has a good face, but his hair doesn't look right. And then plus they darken the hair,
Mm-hmm.
But there is a variant for that figure too. That figure actually has one that has a dirty face. The one I have has a clean face, but there's one that got released before that has a dirty face. So like the first ones that came out, he has kind of like dirt on his face. So you have to really look for that, man. That's a hard one to find too. Then there was the Indoor Capture Luke. That one came out on the original Jedi Knight Luke card, like the vintage one, where he had him in Jabba's palace.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that one is a card variant. So, and that people charge like $40 to $50 for that card variant, man. I could have got that card back when I was first started collecting. I could have got that card for $27, and I passed them up. Now I can't even find that card for under $50. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go ahead and buy it. I'm just gonna wait and find something better. I want to get some of those super rares. Finally got Revan on the card. I'm really happy about that. I was really happy about getting Revan on the card. I was like, yeah, because I really wanted him on the card. Man, that figure. And as soon as I got that card last week, I put him in a star case. I had one star case left. I said, man, this star case is for a really good figure. Sure enough, Revan went in that case, man. So he's not on the wall yet, but he will be soon. As soon as I get the other case for Malik, I'll put Malik in there, and then I'll put them side by side. And I actually want to do a Sith video too. And all it's going to say is just my Sith collection and just show you what I got so far and pretty much what I hope to get soon, Because the other one I'm missing is Malaval. Malaval's another rare one that I want to get. And, of course, that set right there goes for about $100 to $200. There's one on eBay for $300, but I'm not going that high because I do see them pop up for around $150. So,
yeah, $150 is probably a good price. For it.
No, that's a little expensive, but for that 7-figure set, it's cool.
I mean, you got to figure $10 a figure at least. You know what I mean? Because they're high quality figures, and
yeah.
I mean, right there, $70, and they're gonna make some money. So
Yeah, and what's really cool is that that's probably the only female stormtrooper I've seen in the entire Legacy or Vintage collection. It's the only female stormtrooper ever released was that stormtrooper that comes in that Joker Squad set. So
It is a really nice set. Gotta get that. Are you gonna get the other set there, the Force Unleashed set with
I still want to get those. I got to get all three of them, dude. I mean, there's
Almost, or what's her name again?
get all three of them because basically one of them has the Navy troopers, the Imperial Navy troopers. I dig those figures. I dig the way they look. And then, of course, you have the ones that come with the Shadow Stormtroopers that are got they're translucent. Man, I love those figures. I want to get one. You know, I thought about getting one of those loose for $20. You know, because man, them figures look cool, dude. I really, you know, I'm thinking about getting one of those. Just get one loose for now, and then try to get the rest of the sets later. You know, because the sets they're not popping up very much either. I mean, I think I seen one. I can't remember. About a week ago or so, there was one up for bid, but I really get frustrated with bidding, especially after what happened with Jaina last week. I was really mad about that, man. So I really don't want to mess with the bidding.
How high did Jaina get actually in the end?
She got past $200, man.
God.
Figure went for a lot, dude. That figure went for like 220, if I remember right. At the end, it was like 220 something. I was like, no way,
For anyone, I was gonna say, for anyone interested in getting a loose Jaina Soul, I know that Tungori there, he puts up one every week, and
I know I've been seeing them, man.
$35 to $40 they usually sell for. Don't pay any more than that. I don't know where he gets so many of them though.
He's a smuggler, man. That's what he is, man. He's a smuggler. Chinese smuggler, man. I don't know how he gets them. I don't know how he gets them in, but them smugglers got connections, man.
Yeah, because he's had one up every week for about 2 to 3 years now, almost. He usually has a Darth Krayt. Sometimes he puts up a Darth Krayt too.
I've seen him put several figures up like that. The Imperial Knights.
He gets some quite bit of rares.
The Sigil Dare, he put her up a few times. I've seen him put her up. What was the other rare I seen on there? Shit, I can't remember. What was it? Man, I don't remember. It was kind of a rare figure. He does have that. Remember that Terados Gon that I just got?
Uh-huh.
He had a few of those up too.
That's a good figure. I really like the sculpt on that guy, and I think his, the mixture of soft goods with plastic is just right, If you gotten yours in the mail, you've already gotten it in the mail, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that figure, dude.
Well, does anyone in the chat have any questions for us? Or anything you would like to talk about or hear about? Comic Bigger Flag was saying Sci-Fi is a really cool dude. He recently started a binge watching his videos and love his collection. Haha. Yeah, he does have a really awesome collection.
Dude, check out his older videos, man. He's got some really cool stuff in there, man. You'll be blown away by some of the stuff he's got, man. He's got some amazing pieces in his collection, dude, and he's got rare stuff, man, which is cool. I went back. I do that when I'm watching YouTube videos. I don't just watch the current videos. I'll go back in and watch some of their first videos, and I'll be like, wow, dude, I would get blown away, man, by some of the stuff that some of these guys have, man.
Mm-hmm. And I love that in Sci-Fi's videos, you can actually just pick out anything on his shelf, pick out anything and just say, hey, can you review that? And he'll do, a viewer's choice and does a review on it, which is awesome. I've gotten to see quite a few things that I didn't have. Me and him have always been going back and forth. He's got a lot of things that I was missing and didn't know about, and I have a lot of things that he was missing and didn't know about, and we kind of help our collections out. It's been great.
Yep.
Well, let's see. All right, we just hit like a little over an hour now. Do you want to shut this one down for now?
Yeah, you think we've had enough?
Yeah, we
Everybody else had enough. We just babble. So, anybody else have any questions or any concerns or
yeah, or anything you want to know about?
you might want to bring up before we end the show?
Matt Waba said, "Good stuff, guys." You're welcome, bro.
Thank you,
man. Thank you.
man. You got to jump in there, man. We got to, Joe. We got to remember to do this. We got to add these guys to this page of Circle so we can add them if they ever want to jump into the live chat with us. We can just add them to the chat room. You know, we can actually have them here on the show.
Yeah. And if anyone else is interested in either being a guest on the show or being maybe a permanent on the show, give me or MG Villain a message either on YouTube or Google or wherever, and definitely we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, you can catch me on my channel, but definitely if you're on Google Plus, add this channel to your circle so that way, because we get informed right away when we get added to a new circle. That way it's easier for us to find you too as well. So.
And well, I guess what we're going to be doing is, or we decide, I guess Wednesdays will probably be the night that we do it. If I have to work, I know I'll be out by like 8:30. So
yeah, Wednesday will be the best day to catch us both here. Yeah. If something happens, so we'll let you guys know beforehand. Well, we're gonna have to do a show Thursday or Friday or something like that. But more than likely, we'll be doing it a lot on Wednesdays because I know I'll be getting my 2 days off after the rest of this help gets here. We're supposed to get 2 more people helping us over there at the hotel, so I won't be working as late and stuff like that. So I'll be able to have more time, and I'll actually have my days off, which are Tuesday and Wednesday. So I have those back for a while, at least anyway, until the fall, and then I'll have to go back to the late hours again for a few weeks, and then it drops off, and then I'll have more time during the winter to do stuff. So
very, very cool. Yeah, and if most of the time I have Wednesday off. If I have to work, I'm out by 8:30 Eastern time. Be home by 8:30 Eastern time and can do the show right at then if I have to. So.
Yep. So then probably around 9 would probably be a good time for us. That'd probably be in case I work late or something, or actually have to work on Wednesday. Then I got time to get home and get a shower and stuff and chill out for a minute.
And Chris wrote, cool. I think that'll be Thursday morning here. It probably will be.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the world, man. I keep forgetting that, man.
Yeah, so maybe a good time. Maybe if I am working or something, maybe to start at like 9:30 or something. So that way it's not too late for people around.
Well, we don't want to be too late, but I'd rather both of us be here. That way we're both here. We can both,
Yeah, exactly. But if the worst case comes to worst and say I had to work or something, you would be able to run the show and have somebody on and all that. So the show will go on no matter what.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll figure all that out. Of course, with me still having to play with Google. Google's a pain in the butt. Man, that was a pain in the butt trying to set this up the first time, man. And I still have to go. I'm going to have to do this like a few more times, dude, because
me too.
I still can't remember how I did that. And then all of a sudden I just boom. Oh, there it is. Boom. And I got to remember to keep doing it like that because that was instant chat. That's how we go live real quick, man. Uh-huh. I don't want to do something like what was happening in the collectors dungeon group where they were waiting like hours to start a live event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be able to get in and get fired up, as quick as possible. I don't want to be sitting there waiting a half hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess we're going to call this a show unless anybody else has anything to bring up.
Chat looks pretty clean.
Okay.
But definitely want to appreciate for all you guys stopping by and watching us, and the interaction was great. And just keep in mind, anything you guys want us to talk about or anything you're interested in, don't be afraid to ask in the chat. We'll love to, definitely talk about it. And
Definitely, man. You guys definitely get some love from us
yeah,
as far as that goes. And we want to thank you so much for tuning in. We also want to thank those who interacted in the chat room. And like I said, we really appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. We do appreciate that. And like I said, we'll try to keep it clean. Try to keep it clean.
you did pretty good.
Anyway, I did pretty good today, didn't I?
Yeah, you did good, man.
That's a surprise, man. Usually I drop about 3 F-bombs by the time we got 5 minutes going.
No, you did good.
Anyway, so I guess that's it, man. So may the force be with you. We will see you on our next cast, which will be Wednesday, which will be this coming Wednesday. We'll try to do this again. Stay tuned to my channel. The YVH1 up next. Volcanic, do you got anything you're going to be doing anytime soon on your channel?
I got a video in my editor now that I'm trying to fix up, and that's the Maz box, the chess box set there with Finn and Ray and BB-8.
Oh yeah, oh dude, you got to do that one, man. That's cool, man. I want to see what that Maz. I want to get a really good look at that Maz Kanata figure.
Yeah.
I dig the box too, man. I want to see what's in that box besides the lightsaber. I think there's just a few. I don't think anything's loose in there, but I think it's just a few little random things, right?
Oh yeah, it's just basically everything is stuck in the box. You can just put Luke's saber in there. That's the only thing that moves.
Okay. Doesn't it come with a gun that you can put in there too?
Well, there is a gun, but looks it's more positioned by Maz, so I kind of just put it in her hand. But she didn't really.
You should try to put that. See if you can put that gun in the box too, man.
Yeah, there is a flaw with the box, so that's kind of bad that I don't like. Is that the lid of the box is made out of really flexible, thin plastic, and it has a little thing in the center. So when you go to buckle it in, the sides of it lift up, and it looks like it has wings. You know what I mean? And it wants to flap.
Oh, pops open and stuff.
It doesn't hold the corners because it's only being attached by the center, so the corners lift up.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of like all right, all right.
No more too, and Maz also has those little glasses on her. They're made out of flexible plastic, and mine were like bent out of shape, but I got them to sit over her eyes now. But I could see that some people probably have problems with that all being warped and bent. They don't really move well. I don't know, but other than that, I mean, it's a great figure. It has a lot of good paint apps to it and stuff. But I will do the review, and I'll show you guys all definitely. Be up. It should be up before this weekend.
All right. So, and I will be doing the YVH1 here in about a day or two. That one's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a quick one. But then after that, I'm going to start my carded legacy run. Those 6 legacy figures I bought a while back,
cool.
Which would be Stas Ali, Bane Malar, Commander Faye, the Seleucamite Trooper, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I got to do those, man. I haven't done those. And also I will be doing even PL and Yaddle. So all those, that's my legacy run right there. And then I'm going to start with the vintage cards. I got to do a bunch of vintage cards. I'm going to do a vintage card run. And then after that, we'll jump on the super rares and we'll take a look at, we'll also in between there somewhere at some point, I'm going to do my Sith collection. So I'll show you guys all my Sith. And we'll talk about those for a little while. I'm sure it's not going to be a very long video, but it depends. I do got some Sith in my collection, so.
You got a lot of Jedis, though. You're getting a lot of Jedis.
I'm getting a lot of Jedis, man. I have tons of Jedis, man. There's still a few I want to get.
If you guys haven't checked out his latest videos, he did 2 videos just recently of the box sets of the Geonosis battle Jedis there. Those are awesome. Did a good review of them too, man. I enjoyed it.
I was happy to pick up that even PL and Yoda or Yaddle. I said Yoda. And the Turtle's Gone. That was a good recommendation from you. I had seen that figure and I was wondering if he was from Clone Wars. I didn't know he was in the battle arena, man, but I did read up on him and he does die in the battle arena, so that's cool. I was like, shoot, that's cool.
Collections, and not many people have him, which I don't know if they don't know about him or they don't like him or not, but I think he's an awesome figure, great sculpt and everything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, Tony knows about him. And he goes, man, I'm jealous, man. I was like, you didn't get him? He goes, nope, I don't have him yet. I'm like, oh man, you know that figure cost me $35.
No doubt.
Yeah, and then the other two, the Anakin and the ARC Trooper that I got, I bought those two for $39.99 from the same seller that was selling that Gyarados, right? And she threw in that Django Fett for free.
Oh, nice. That was good.
And all those had the pieces. Well, last week when I asked her if she had any more of the pieces to that HK-47, she said yeah, and she sent me a picture. She had the concept Anakin, dude, but the package was damaged really bad, dude. And I just was like, oh no. I go, dang, dude, the one figure I wanted to get, the card was damaged bad, dude. It's
Mad
not
Rob,
even worth.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mad Rob has got a quick question for you. How do you add to circles?
How do you add the circles? You just you do a search, and you find what you're looking for, and then once you'll see like a add thing on the side, and you just hit that, and a thing will pop up, a list will pop up, whether you want friends or this and that, or you can make your own custom list.
It's a pain.
And then you just put it wherever you want. Yeah, you can put the cursor to wherever you want and just mark whichever one. You friends, family. There's friends, family, and there's a couple other ones.
Following or something.
Yeah, there's following.
Yeah, we probably got to start adding them too to our circles too. It's got to be added on both ends, right?
Yeah, you can do it either way. I mean, once they add you, it's easier to find them. That's the problem. I couldn't find a lot of you guys through this channel here. I actually do like a search, and the only way to do that, a really good search, is to link you to one of my other profiles, because I can find you guys real fast through that. But it's kind of tricky when I'm on the computer, but I can do it with my phone in like 5 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. I know how to do it on a phone real good, but computer's a whole different story.
Matt Wolver wrote, he retracted the other question. He asked, how do you add to this circle? He wants to know how to get into this circles. And then he wrote, friends, question mark.
How to get into this circle. Oh, when you hit the following, you gotta hold on to it, and then you'll see a list pop up, and a list should pop up when you hit the following. You just hold it down for a few seconds, and then you'll see a list pop up, and they'll say friends, family, etc., etc.
Yeah, you can.
And then you just add. Yeah, you can take it and you can mark friends, and then it'll change over to friends.
Yeah, because that's what he just asked right now. He checked the friends. Is that right?
Yeah, it should be right.
All right, yeah, he should be in then. He should be able to.
Okay, and then what I got to do is I got to go in and check the circles here in a minute, and then I will add everybody back. Whoever adds us, I'll just go back in there and I'll just add them back.
So I should be able to.
Or you should be able to do it too but you're on your channel, so you got to be on this. You got to be on this profile in order to do it.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we'll after the show we'll try to find some of you guys and get you added too from our end, and that way when we're doing a live show, if you want to jump in and you're free that time and day, then you're more than welcome to be on. Oh, I lost the. There it is. All right. Okay, Chris.
Okay.
Chris is in too now. Chris found it too, so they're both in.
Okay, cool. Did you add them back?
No, I'm on my name. You have to add them back because you're on the squadron name.
Well, I gotta get off of this then, because I have to go back into the Google stuff, and what'll happen is once I go back in there, it's gonna kick me out of here.
Yeah. So we'll do it after the show. When we get off here, we'll add you guys back, and we'll send you some messages and stuff. And
actually, hold on. Let me try it right now. Oh, okay. Here we go. We got this. Boom. All right. So let's do. Okay. There's one. Okay, and there it is. We got you guys. Let's see, is there anybody else in here? Okay, now we got other people starting to pop up here. Okay, now your list started coming up, Joe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, anyone who's on your list, now I can go in there and add them back. Um, oh, we got some people up in here too.
All right. Well, again, we're going to finally end this show. And I want to thank all you watchers, subscribers, supporters, everyone from the community. You have been great. Please stay tuned. We'll be showing Wednesdays. And that is it for me. You got anything last you want to say, Manny?
No, that's it, man. Other than, thanks so much, man, and stay tuned to both of our channels. I know I'll be throwing up a few bids here, and Joe, I know you got a couple you got plans coming up, and of course my Facebook Messenger is going off. But I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, and I know Jim thanks you as well. We do appreciate you guys stopping by, and that's pretty much it. May the force be with you, and we'll see you on our next video.
All right. Take care, everybody. Peace.
All right. Much love. Peace.